We are live. So I brewed what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through this, and it's just a way of me being really, really lazy. The kids are off, so I don't have to actually do anything, because when the kids are off, I don't do anything to do with brewing. I don't even bother uploading videos or anything like that. It's all about family, going out, doing things like that. So Easter holidays, kids are off. But I thought what I'd do is I'd come on just to quickly do a quick carbonation check of the Citra Pale that I put together. Oh, bloody hell. That sounded quite violently carbonated. So carbonation, yes, we've definitely got it. Let's just pour this out. I do have to pay attention because I don't want to bring any of the sediment. Not too bad. Still looks pale, which is good, which is what I wanted. Did want that. And we're going to let that sit down there for a couple of minutes and see what cracks off. Yeah, so I brewed this Citra Pale. It used 2 different malts, I believe, without looking at the notes, which I probably should have got with me before I actually started this. But we're going to go in now for a quick taste, even though there's quite a lot of head on there. Smells good. It definitely needs a bit more maturing. I've got some on my fucking nose as well. Excuse the language, I do swear quite a lot. Yeah, it's all right. I'm never complacent. I'm not the kind of guy who'll just sit there and go, yeah, that's okay. If it's not, that could be a lot better. So what I tried to do is I tried to replicate the first ever beer that I'd brewed, which was all grain. And I absolutely cacked it up in the brewing process, but it was actually a really good beer. So what I did was I didn't understand the boil off rate for when you're brewing beers. So as you boil it off, obviously the mixture becomes more concentrated, which allows you. Sorry. Hello, everybody. Ray Finkel. Hello, Austin Coop. Hello, Dotal. Gaming with Gannon. Aldous. And Noah. Hello. So yeah, I brewed a homebrew. This is a Citra Pale, which I've put together myself from countless brews that I've done. I'm just doing a quick carbonation check, and as you can see, it's extremely carbonated. Maybe a little bit more than it should be. Maybe it carried on fermenting in the bottle a little bit more. I could have been a little bit more patient with this one, but I tried to, as I was saying, I'm going to go off on tangents. I'm going to go left and right, and I'm going to talk crap in between. But what I did try and do is recreate the beer that I made the first time I ever made my own all grain brew. And I actually made a mistake with it because I let it boil off too much, which means the liquid was too concentrated. And then I didn't wait long enough for all the sediment to drop out as well. But it created this beer that was absolutely magnificent. I've changed the hop ratio a little bit, so there's a bit different hops in, but as you can see, it's really carbonated. So carbonation check, yes, 100%. But the taste, it's not really there. I'm not sure why. I mean, it tastes good, it tastes clean, it's not like it's off or anything like that. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes good, but I'm not sure. Not really sure why. But yeah, so this video for this beer will get uploaded eventually. I just wanted to make sure that the beer was good before I put it out there, because I've been trying my own recipes recently, and there was another one called Nectronmancer, which is a beer that's got specifically one hops in called Nectaron. It's quite a new hops, and sorry, I got to turn this flipping TV screen off because it's bothering me. Yeah, it's quite a new hops, Nectaron. Check it out. It's got like mango vibes, tropical fruit, stone fruit kind of flavors in it. Pardon me. It's when I smelt the hops, I was like, "Oh my god, this is going to be amazing." But when I put the beer together, it didn't really seem to reach that peak that I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting from it. Maybe like something amazing, but again, I drank the beer a little bit before it had matured, and that's probably where the problems occurred. I mean, the carbonation's dying down now on this. It does taste. It tastes like a nice session beer. Like you could sit there and probably drink it all evening, and not worry about. I mean, this one's quite strong, to be fair. Um, I've not written it down, but from my knowledge, I think it's like 6%. So what I need to do is I need to learn how to dial it back in the grain bill. So when I put a recipe together, I need to add slightly less grain to it, because I'm getting kind of out of the box for each style. So a certain style of beer has a certain like range of ABV of how strong it should be, and so on. But yeah, all in all, if you got served that at a pub, you would not send it back, and you'd probably have another. But I think it could be better. I mean, the head retention on that is insane. I can't even believe how flipping fizzy it is. When you take a pull on it, it doesn't seem that, though. It doesn't seem all that bad. Hello to anyone I've missed. Sorry. Yeah, I kind of just chat and I don't really pay attention to what's going on there. Logan is cool. Hello, Logan is cool, if you're still here. So that was it. I just wanted to invite you in to have a quick look at the Citra Pale, which it turned into an IPA because of the volume, the ABV that it was actually at. For it to be classed as a pale, it needs to be around 4.5 to, I think, 5. I'd say 5.5 could probably still be a pale. I'm not really sure of the parameters, but IPA was, I say, invented because it used to get shipped over to India. So what they would do is they'd create like a pale ale, and the pale ale would then be ramped up, made stronger, so that it could actually travel from England to India. But the thing is, the only way they'd be able to do that would be is if the alcohol content was higher. So the alcohol content would sterilize it and keep it over on its journey. So they brew it over here, and then if you think back in the day, when it was all done by ships, there was no planes to deliver anything or anything like that. It would all be transferred by ships. So what you'd get is you'd get people that carry this cargo of these kegs of beer over to India, because the Rajas, is it Rajas? Sure, it's Rajas. The Rajas wanted the English beer, um, so we'd send it over, but we'd make it higher content of alcohol, because the reason for that is it stays fresher for longer, because alcohol is like a natural sanitizer. So yeah, and that's how IPA was born anyway. So if you didn't know that, now you do. And I'm just waffling and chatting Ross, but I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just here just waffling on. But yeah, so there you go. That's the carbonation check. Carbonation check is good. I mean, that's still got a really healthy head, like more than I expected. So yeah, that's where the Citra is. Eventually, I probably will upload this clip. I just wanted to taste it, make sure it was good. Um, pardon me. Unfortunately, with the lives, I can't. You know, I can't edit things. So you hear me burping and swearing. I do apologise. But hey, that's not a bad beer. If I was served that in a pub, I probably wouldn't send it back. Unless they were trying to charge me over the odds for it. Now, pardon me. This one cost me, I think, about £1.15 to brew. And that's a 500 ml bottle. So you get loads of them from it. I only do small batch, like really, really small batch, 11.5 litres at a time, which normally gets me around 20 bottles. Um, you know, I could drink at the weekend, I could drink 5 a night and be pretty cushy. But what I do need to remember to do is start dialing back the grain bill and not putting as much grain into it, because my mind's like more is better, but sometimes less is better, because each beer style has its own what's the word, parameters of what it's got to be able to have in there. Do you know what I mean? Because if you brew a Citra beer, right, and then it's only 4.5%, it's probably going to be classed as a pale. Any higher than 5.5, it tends to be classed as more of an IPA, because the higher ABV is what they used to do to send it overseas and stuff like that to keep it sanitary. Yeah. Well, there you go. I will eventually upload this because it's pretty good beer. I like the fact that it's still actually pale. You know, it's not 100% crystal clear. And it tastes okay. You know, I could quite happily drink that. Thank you very much for anyone who's joined and had a look. Where are you located? Me, dude, I'm in England and it is Nottingham. Nottingham, the home of Robin Hood, where we rob the rich to feed the poor, or we brew homebrew to feed the poor, or make the poor a little bit more happy. Sorry, I am really shit at this live stuff because I don't really pay attention to where the flipping... I can't even see as well because my phone's like really small. Yeah, sweet as. Where are you from, Mr. Finkel? And I know Ray Finkel is a Ace Ventura thing, isn't it? Yeah, I'm a big Jim Carrey fan, man. Absolutely modelled my humour off him as a kid. It was fucking amazing. Excuse the French for anyone who doesn't like swearing. Whatever. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. Yeah. So wrapping it up now. I am literally just gonna sip on this. I'm gonna watch some Prison Break because there was loads of new things made on Prison Break that I didn't even know existed. So I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna watch them. Have a couple more beers. And you know, the more I drink this, the better it actually tastes, which is odd. So after about 3 months of maturing, it's gonna 3 months, bloody hell, 3 weeks of maturing. The dog has arisen. Look at him, look. Hello, doggy. He's like, what's going on? Don't put me on a podium. But yeah, 3 weeks. It's already had a week, so it's had a week to like carbonate itself. Then it's going to be another 3 weeks to just mature a little bit, like mellow and just, you know, relax within its own environment. And then we shall crack open another bottle, see what it tastes like, because it should taste better. Hopefully it's still pale. That's what I was going for. I was going for that kind of pale look, but over time the yeast drops out, and you know, everything that's suspended does kind of drop and stuff like that. So it could have very well happened, but we shall find out. And until then, thank you very much for everyone who joined and had a comment. You've been brilliant. Thank you very much. Take it all easy, and I'll see you soon.